This is the Moose and Maple Lodge, our 14-unit boutique hotel in South Lake Tahoe, and it's a limited service, limited amenity boutique hotel, but it does have a pool, an outdoor bar, a deck, rooms with jacuzzis and full kitchens and kitchenettes for the smaller studio units. And this property actually brought in $1 million in 2022. So this is the powerhouse of our portfolio, kind of lifting our other properties up by the beach that do slower in the wintertime. And this one really does well year-round, with the lake just a few blocks away this way and the mountains in the background. Heavenly Lodge, I'm looking at the gondola right now, so just really well located in the state line area of South Lake Tahoe. And let's check it out a little bit. All right, so I had to throw my sunglasses on because I was literally staring into the soul of the sun, and this is much more comfortable. But I wanted to talk about the property a little bit and why it does so well. So you can see it's got 2 stories, and the bottom level is all of our studios, and we got 2 1-bedrooms down on this end and our office right back here. That's not really a check-in office, but space for our employees to work out of. So the downstairs is all single occupancy mostly, even with our 1-bedrooms. Like, we have a pull-out couch in 1 unit, but that is our our couples, our single travelers, maybe some friends. So it's our small groups, 2 to 3 people occupancy, that fill up those rooms, and those have much higher occupancy and lower booking lead time because the small group doesn't take as much time to book. And then upstairs we have 4 2-bedroom 2-bath units with full living room, full kitchen, and those are really high ADR, average daily rate income producers, and they book up with the traveling, the groups, the families. And we're so close to Heavenly Ski Resort that you can literally put your boots on at this property and walk over to the gondola. It's about 2 blocks. So a lot of groups, a lot of families love those units. So we have a unit mix that fits the demographic really well. We can fill up the families. We've got plenty of parking in the summer. We've got the pool back here that right now is just our snow our snow area that they dump everything in to keep the parking lot clear. That's the overview of how this property does so well all year round with the unit mix and the location. So you really want to consider the unit mix when you're looking at commercial or multi-unit properties like this, because the type of units you have will really dictate the kind of demographic or the people or the groups that book your place. And you really want to stand out and have an appeal to different kind of groups to keep your occupancy high. It also gives you different factors that you can mess with when selecting your rates, with seasonality and different factors like that, so you can make the most money. So another thing that helps this property is the branding of it. So it's called the Moose and Maple Lodge, and that sticks out in people's minds when they hear that. It's like, oh, that's a different kind of name. We've got a big moose statue out front, really nice signage, and it also shows the booking platforms that we're on our signage. So we've got Airbnb and VRBO, and I think at least those 2, also our direct booking website. So when people search this property, they see the Moose and Maple Lodge. When they drive by, they see the Moose and Maple Lodge and where they can book. So it gives us more traffic based on, if they search the Moose and Maple Lodge, it'll go right to our direct booking website. They stay here, they know where they can book. It's in all of our, guest messaging and in our units on the little pamphlets and stuff like that. So we get a lot of return guests, that people that come to this area every ski season, every summer for the lake. And the Moose and Maple Lodge is building its brand. And this property is our highest percentage of direct bookings by our booking type, and is above 15% now, and it's steadily increasing the more we email market to our guests, make social media posts, and get more in the minds of our customers. And because this property has kitchens in every single unit, even our studios have kitchenettes with a full stove. It's a 20-inch with the 4 burners on top, and the oven, microwave, the fridge. So it's got the full functionality to cook your own meals. And then our big units here up top, they have full kitchens, dining area, open living concept. So it's very nice, very functional for your stay. So you can check in here. We get a lot of extended stays. People come for a week, 2 weeks at a time. They're skiing, whatever it is that brings them to the area, because they're able to cook their own meals. They're able to feel like home. Because this was our first property that went live in 2021, we saw how well we were doing with the kitchens, because a lot of the hotel rooms and different places like that around us, like there's a lot of lodges on this street and in this area, because it's like the hotbed of South Lake Tahoe. Not a lot of them have kitchens, so we really stood out, got a lot of guest traffic. And then at our Florida hotels, we actually added kitchens where there was none before. There wasn't even plumbing. We brought it in on the back of the building and added drains and added kitchenettes where there were none before, so that we could stand out just that same way. That really worked for us from the high season there, staying booked. So you want to look at your competition. What's what are the amenities that really stick out in your market, and what the things are that your guests actually want and they need for their stay, and add that. Or especially when you buy a distressed property, you can renovate and add that in like we did in Florida. And another reason this property does so well, like I mentioned, is those 2-bedroom units up top. They have really high ADRs, anywhere from like the mid 200s in the low season up to 750, 850 on our highest weekends of the year, like Christmas, New Year's, and 4th of July, and usually in the between like 400 and 500. So these really bring in the money on an average nightly rate basis, and that's because these all started out as single units. So just like downstairs has a bunch of singles like every door, but you see here these 2 doors are actually 1 unit. So one walks into a bedroom, and the wall was opened up between it, and then this walks into the living room that has another bedroom. So what used to be 3 units is now 1. So what that means is the back wall normally would be the bathroom for each unit. So it's a bedroom and a bathroom, and then this front one is open with the living room and the kitchen against the back wall. And then as you walk into the next bedroom, you have the master bedroom and the full master bathroom with a soaking jacuzzi tub, a stand-up shower. So you have really premier listings based on spreading out that space, combining units. So if you have a unit mix like this and enough room and enough units in your property, you can combine units and charge a higher nightly rate than 2 single units would. Like I was talking with that unit mix, it also gives you a good balance of who's going to book your place and make more money. So just like all of our other boutique hotels and multi-unit properties, we have the Wi-Fi enabled smart lock, and we use the Schlagen code, or Schlag, whatever it is, however you pronounce it. I call it Schlag. We have those that connect to the Wi-Fi, so that every time somebody books a reservation, they get that code sent to them, and they get that in the automated check-ins, check-in messages, and the text message before their stay and on the day of their stay, to kind of eliminate confusion, kind of walk them through that. So that's how we kind of minimize the on-site presence and allow guests the ease of automatic check-in. And because this is one of our 2 hotels in this market, that allows us to hire and build up the staff in order to manage it more effectively. So that way, we can have cleaners and assistant property manager at one location, the property manager and other cleaners at the other location, and be able to turn all 34 units, especially on like a high turn day, like a Thursday or a Sunday when a lot of people check in and check out. And that allows us to really have the overhead needed to manage this more effectively, and to make sure that we can be really aggressive on our pricing strategies, really do things to push and maximize our occupancy so that we can stay full. Because I know a lot of hosts that sometimes will just block a unit, especially in like a hotel, they'll just block it because they don't have enough staff or the availability to turn that unit and get it ready for the next guest. We want to make sure that we're never in that position and can always push to maximize our occupancy, which doesn't always happen, right? High demand times, heavy snowstorms, or whatever it is, you can see there's just a mountain of snow beside me. But because we have the staff, because we have the people in place, we can actually manage this pretty effectively and balance all the income it's making. And funny side note, we almost bought this big bad boy behind us, which is literally right across the street. Moose and Maple Lodge is right here, and this is across the street. 67 units. We tried on that one and couldn't make it happen. It's a pretty big purchase price, but hey. Another thing this property does is it checks a lot of the boxes. And what I mean by that is the amenities that this property has. So you can see at the top where I was at, it's got that deck and that patio space, outdoor furniture, a fire pit up there, a grill, and then back here you've got the pool, which you can't see. I told you it was buried in a mountain of snow. We've got our bar back there, more outdoor seating out here. We've got jacuzzi tubs. We've got, stand-up tile glass showers. We've got outdoor space. We're dog friendly and pet friendly, so that brings in a lot of people. Like what you see a lot of the time, I wish there was one walking here right now, is a lot of people with dogs come to South Lake Tahoe. So by being one of the pet friendly hotels in the area, that allows us to capture a lot of the demand. And the more amenities you can mark in your listing, the more searches you're going to show up in, and this one checks those boxes. And this is what really brings people to the area. So here we are on the banks of Lake Tahoe, and I've never been on a beach on top of a foot of snow, but new experience. And our property is literally 4 blocks behind me over here, and guests that stay at our property have access to this beach right here. So it's a really good location all around for them to come in the summer and in the winter, walk to the beach, or walk to the beach here, or walk to Heavenly, just primarily located. Our markets, where you look at your properties you want to buy, you want to look at your proximity to those amenities and what you have to offer, and then market that in the listing. Oop, a mallard duck just quacked. I'm about to pull out the 12 gauge. No ducks were harmed in the making of this film. So I hope those tips about the property and the transparency about the numbers and how it works and all that is helpful for you guys. And if you like this information, please hit the like button and subscribe for more.